Now, the final thing that is critical to understand for this lesson is the 3 stages of feeling energy and the perspective that they can be experienced from. The 3 stages of feeling energy are temperature fluctuation, electrical tingles, and magnetic flux. And the perspective that they can be experienced from is physically and spiritually. Let me briefly explain what I mean by that. It all has to do with where your beingness is focused, what you currently believe yourself to be, whether your consciousness is centered within the nervous system of the human body or centered within the radiant spiritual energy, the living light that you are. So if your consciousness is centered and focused within the nervous system of the body and therefore forced to experience through the 5 senses, you are only going to experience energy physically or where it impacts or makes an impression on the physical body. If your beingness is based in your radiant spiritual energy, your living light, then you will experience energy in an entirely different way, and that is what we're going for. Now, let me explain the 3 different stages of feeling energy. The first being temperature fluctuation. Now, depending on the natural orientation of your soul, your living light is either going to heat things up or cool things down. Now later, as you begin to master your energy more, you will be able to have a conscious control over this, but everybody's going to find that they have a natural orientation and that their living light, their radiant spiritual energy, will tend to increase or decrease temperature. So if you're summoning or channeling energy into your hands and you make it to the first stage of feeling energy, if you're feeling it physically, then you're going to feel a warmth or a coolness against the skin of your hands, if that's the area that you're currently channeling energy. Now, to feel that same exact sensation spiritually, you would actually feel the whole encompassing sphere of energy that you summon through channeling your awareness in that area. So you wouldn't just feel warmth or coolness against the skin of your hand, you would feel yourself as being an entire radiant sphere or radiant mass of living light that is either warm or cool. So you won't just feel it in an isolated area on the skin, you will feel it everywhere that your beingness is channeled, because your true beingness is the radiant spiritual energy. You're under an illusion, hypnotized by the nervous system to believe that you are a physical being and therefore forced to experience through the preset range of the 5 senses. But we are going to be expanding beyond that. Now, the second stage of feeling energy is electrical tingles, and everybody has experienced this at some point in your life. When you're watching that deeply intense emotional moment in a movie, or where the plot finally unravels and the mystery is revealed and you get those chills, those tingles down your spine. It also happens during emotional moments within your life. Everybody knows what it's like to get those spine chills. Well, feeling the electrical tingles is exactly like that, though usually not as high of an intensity, and it'll happen in the second stage of feeling energy in whichever spot you are currently focusing your awareness. And many of you will be able to get to that stage right away. It's really difficult to explain experiencing that spiritually, because the reason why you're experiencing electrical tingles in your nervous system is because you are currently channeling more living light, more radiant spiritual energy through your nervous system than it is used to holding, used to conveying. And so it overwhelms the nervous system a little bit and causes that electrical tingles. However, your living light is capable of having electrical qualities. So feeling electrical energy spiritually would be just how I described the heat. Instead of feeling isolated electrical feelings inside the nervous system of the body, you would feel like a static electrical field everywhere that your beingness within the living light is focused. Now, the third and final stage of feeling energy is magnetic flux, and this is what we're going for. This is what you are soon going to achieve on a permanent basis, which is going to completely rewire how you experience this reality into a beautiful and miraculous 24/7 miracle. Now, this is very hard to describe, but I will do my best. To feel the magnetic flux physically means that you're going to feel where the magnetism of your energy impacts the physical body. So once again, if you're channeling your focus into your hands and it starts to feel like there's a magnetic pressure against your skin, like the air is either attracting or repelling your hands, then congratulations, you've reached the magnetic flux stage, but you're still feeling it physically. The stage that we want to go for is to feel the electromagnetic flux spiritually. Now, what that feels like is your consciousness expands beyond the nervous system and goes into the entire mass of living light that you're channeling into the area that you're focusing on, and you feel the entire thing as being like a three-dimensional sheet of fluctuating magnetic energy. It's almost like there's hundreds or even thousands of tiny little particles within your living light that all have a polarity that can shift and flow. You'll feel these particles attracted and repelling to things, and you'll even gain like a type of sense of touch within that. Like if I channel my living light into my hands and go into the electromagnetic flux sensation, and then I brush my hand close to my body so that living light is also touching my body, I'll feel those hundreds and thousands of tiny little particles with a type of friction through my body, or a table or a tree or whatever it is that I'm connecting my energy to. So as soon as possible, I want you guys to get to where you're feeling these three sensations spiritually. And the biggest mental barrier to break to get there is that you are not the physical body. You are radiant spiritual energy. You are consciousness that expresses itself as living light. So whenever you experience any type of energy sensation, don't view it like that you're feeling energy within your body, or that I'm feeling electrical tingles in my body, or I'm feeling heat on my hands. No. You are the energy that you're experiencing. And this is a rule of thumb that I want you to carry forward into all of your training and development. And that is that any energy sensations that you experience is not something happening to you. It's something that you are. Because if you're saying that it's happening to you, you're just reinforcing to your consciousness that you're a physical being. And you need to stop that as soon as possible. You are a spiritual being. You are consciousness that expresses itself as radiant spiritual energy. You are living light.